Hi, this is Mary Flower. I just want to show you some crazy things I've made that are hanging in my house. This is a steampunk shadow box that I've made. This is maybe, close to 20 inches high, maybe 15 inches wide. And I'll go in on this. That's one of the steampunk shadow boxes that I've made. Then I've made this shadow box, and this is called 7. Has a handle to the side of it. It's actually an old drawer, and basically everything on here has to do with 7s. Even my little granddaughter was 7 years old when I had her pose for this, and she's up in a little tree made from some kind of wood that's from the Southwest that my son-in-law brought me back. It has 7 strange plant-like things made out of metal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the other one? There should be 7 in there. Then I have a drawer here. There's 21 little buttons across here with a 7 over here. It says 7 inches long. And this opens. And in here, I have a book called 7. And what I did was, there are 7 signatures, each with 7 papers. Not sure it's blank right now, but I want to make something in that. And that one's sort of fun. It's about 15 by 15 and several inches thick. It's an old drawer. Now, if I can try to get the glare off of this old window, you'll see that I've made some hang lines for many of my artist trading cards on there. I put several across there, used little clips or tiny clothespins on here. And all of these are my artist trading cards. This window is maybe 3 by 3, yard by yard. Let me see if I can come out here. I'm sorry there's such a glare on there. But if you can see close without having the glare on it, you can see all of my artist trading cards hanging on that. That's something that's hanging in my house that I have made. Some of this may have a glare on it, so I hope you can see it. This is actually me, and it's like telling about myself in there. I used a collage with my face on it. That was sort of fun. Up here, I used an old Billows to make a found object art doll. Over here is my fairy. Now this fairy, I at one time made it very large and it had a dress, but I didn't like the dress. So she's about 20 inches tall and her hands move. And I want to show you some of the detail really close on that. I used her as my icon. Then this one here, there's not too much glare, is in Somerset Studios, was published in it. So I have her behind glass. Her dress actually opens and it has little snippets of my life. And you can find that on my blog, and it will show you at thingsaltered.blogspot.com. You'll see her. If you go back a few years, she's in that. So those are my 2, and those are a lot bigger than they look on this video. This found object art doll is actually pretty high on my wall, so I hope I can show you that. The wings are made from an antique crazy quilt of a friend. It was her grandmother that made it. It's just beautiful. And so I think one of the legs are missing on here. I used 2 tiny spools. I guess I better put that back on. This is another doll, articulated paper doll. In fact, she's her arms move and even her dress moves, and you can see her also on my blog at thingsaltered.blogspot.com. And she was in Somerset Studios magazine, but if you go to the blog, you will see more of that detailed, and maybe I'll publish that as well. And over here, another thing that was in Somerset Studios, which was published a few years ago, and this is actually myself and my husband. It says, dance like no one is watching, love like you've never been hurt, sing like no one is living, and live like, let me see it. Hold on, and live as though heaven is on earth. Okay, let me go out here on this one. This one is approximately 20 inches tall, 20 inches wide, has a little dance floor. The little legs do move, but I've secured them to keep them this way. It's approximately 4 inches thick on the side. I did a video just on this one alone, but I just thought I'd show you here. It's hanging on my wall. In the hallway, I have several things I've made. This is called Cats and Hats, and if you look really closely, the little hats kind of go with the hats that I have on my children here. Also in the hall here is a primitive picture I just painted for fun. This one is maybe 12 inches by 12 inches by 1.5 inches. It's just painted for fun. Has some artwork that my daughter did to the left of it, and other artwork by my children. This is a round oval type canvas that I did of my son that I lost many years ago. I made him into a little angel here. A painting by my father above it. But this hangs kind of in my entryway here. But that's the end of some of my fun creations that I have hanging in my house. Please give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't, and leave me a comment. And be sure to check out my giveaways.